My name is Sandeep, and I am from Belbania village in the West Champaran district of Bihar. And the incident I am about to share happened around 10 years ago with my childhood friend Deepak. An incident that I can describe in detail because I was present with him that night. Near our village, there is a peepal tree known as Brahma Baba, a place where villagers worship and believe that Brahma Baba protects the village and keeps wandering spirits, ghosts, and negative entities under control. And although I cannot say how much of this is true, I always had deep faith and fear regarding that place, which is why I never crossed certain limits. But Deepak did. At that time, I was studying in the 10th grade, and Deepak and I had grown up together, studying in the same school and living in the same village. It was a hot summer night with no electricity, which was common back then. So villagers were lying on charpoys outside their houses and in open threshing grounds. I was unable to sleep due to the humidity when Deepak came and suggested we go to Brahma Baba's tree to enjoy the cool breeze. I refused at first, fearing both my family and the stories of spirits. But Deepak mocked me, laughed at my fear, and finally forced me by swearing on our friendship, a bond we never broke. Reluctantly, I agreed, warning him not to scare me, and we secretly walked through the moonlit fields. Though the air felt pleasant, the sounds of barking dogs and crying jackals filled my heart with unease, yet I kept walking behind him, too scared to return alone. When we reached the Brahma Baba tree and sat on the platform beneath it, Deepak began teasing me again, making fun of ghosts and spirits, when suddenly he noticed the red cloths tied to the tree. I begged him with folded hands not to touch them, telling him villagers believed spirits were bound through those cloths. But he laughed loudly and pulled one off in a single jerk. What happened next still haunts me. Suddenly, the calm night turned violent. Strong winds began to blow. Eerie laughter echoed from all directions. And Deepak started swinging his head back and forth unnaturally. When I tried to hold his hand, he gripped my wrist with terrifying strength and began growling like a wild animal. His eyes rolled back, saliva dripped from his mouth, and his voice sounded like multiple voices speaking at once. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to scream, realizing that he was no longer himself and that several entities had possessed him. With no other option left, I closed my eyes and cried out to Brahma Baba to protect me. And miraculously, Deepak loosened his grip and began screaming as he rolled toward the fields. Fearing for my life, I ran toward the village faster than I ever had, shouting that a ghost had possessed Deepak. The villagers rushed with sticks, and when we reached the spot, Deepak was lying in the fields, laughing, crying, and twisting his body with unnatural strength, overpowering several men until they finally tied him with ropes and brought him back. An exorcist was called from another village, and after hearing everything, he said Deepak had made 3 grave mistakes: going there at night, mocking Brahma Baba, and removing the sacred cloth, allowing multiple spirits to enter him. For 3 days, rituals and chants were performed at Brahma Baba's place, and the spirits were finally expelled, but Deepak was never the same again. He became extremely weak and silent, remained ill for nearly a year despite medical treatment, and often woke up screaming at night, running toward Brahma Baba's tree. Even today, though he appears normal, he never steps out after sunset, and that night remains the most terrifying experience of my life. One that taught me never to mock faith or forces beyond human understanding.